It's the Jeff Foxx Show.
It's the Jeff Foxx Show. The Jeff Foxx Show.
Good morning, just to Children DayCare.
Well, I like the way that sounds.
Thank you. Hi.
See how that sounds, everybody? And we're live. And once again, tell everybody the name of the daycare.
Justice for Children DayCare.
Justice for Children DayCare.
Yes.
I really like that. And it's called Justice because we're talking to Allison Justice. Am I right about that?
You're correct.
Welcome to the Jeff Foxx Radio Show online.
Thank you.
We talk to interesting entrepreneurs. That's why I love doing this show, because folks are doing so many different things. And Allison Justice, tell me about your daycare center and why is it so different? Now, hold on. Let's go back even further. Let's take a ride through Allison Justice, her journey. This is what we want to know. Where did it start for you, Allison Justice?
It started 19 years ago when my youngest child was 2 years old. I started Justice for Children Daycare. We have evolved to a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week daycare. So we are open every day so that you can work or play.
Well, let's go back 19 years ago.
Okay.
What made you start it? Tell us about that.
Well, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but couldn't afford that. So I wanted to start a business. We always loved children, so thought it would be the perfect setup.
Oh, okay. So you always love kids.
Always, yes. Always wanted to work with children. Right.
And this goes back to when you were a little kid yourself. Did you babysit as a kid?
I babysat as a child. I was a caseworker at one point. Yes, I always loved children.
Wow. So this seemed like this was sort of destined that you get into this, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, how did the idea spark in your mind? This is something I want to do.
Once I had my daughter and I was enjoying her so much, and what I was teaching her, I wanted to teach other children, because what I found out was that a lot of children were not learning prior to going to kindergarten. So our educational curriculum is very good, and we teach them how to read and write prior to going to school.
19 years ago, where was the first one?
The first one was in Jamaica Estates. I ran it out of my apartment.
Really? How did that work for you?
It was great. And then once it became bigger, we ended up buying a house for the daycare, and now we're on Sutphin Boulevard in Jamaica. I turned an entire house into a daycare in Jamaica.
Wow. So this thing just kept on growing. Now, when you started daycare, you develop relationships. It's almost like they're your family, right?
Yes, they are. And the children come back. I love to see them coming back. They've gone on to college, so it's a really good feeling.
And when you see them, you say, wow, I remember you when you could barely walk.
Exactly. I remember changing in their Pampers. Yes.
Oh, my. Oh, my. It's got to make you feel good.
No, it really does. It's like watching your own child grow up. It's a really good feeling.
At what point did you say, okay, the business is really starting to grow, it's time to upgrade? How long did that take from the time you started to your first upgrade?
That took about 2 years before we franchised out to Sutphin Boulevard, and now we're also in Valley Stream, Long Island.
Couple years and boom, huh?
Right, yes. There's a need.
There's a need, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell when, from year to year, can you say, oh, this was a big year, a lot of babies were born this year?
Yes, you can tell by the number of children that come in your waiting list.
Really?
So, yes, and just by talking to my parents, I knew that there was a need for 24-hour daycare, because people are no longer just working 9 to 5. They're working around the clock.
That's a different thing, that 24-hour daycare. I don't hear about that much. Are you one of the only ones that do that?
I think I am one of the only ones. I think there's a couple others, but they're not in Queens.
Okay, so when you say 24 hours, the parents can bring the kids by anytime, day or night?
Yes, what it is, they tell me they're scheduled 1 week in advance, and it's based on 11-hour shifts per day. So any 11 hours up to 5 days per week.
Wow, and do you have a staff?
Yes, I do. Very good staff, well-trained.
That's very important, isn't it?
Absolutely. You have to be trained in daycare, yes.
When you speak about training in daycare, what is that and how do you get the training? How does that work?
The Department of Health requires you every 2 years to take 30 hours of training. It's health and safety, it's child care, child abuse, it's a set course that you have to take every 2 years to refresh yourself in the daycare business.
This is a big, big industry, isn't it?
It certainly is, and it's growing every day, yes.
Why was this important for the folks to know about this?
Well, it's important because I think a lot of people who work the wheel, around the clock, they can't find adequate child care. And I'm offering that service, so I want people to know that we're open 24 hours, 7 days a week. So whatever hours you need, even if it's not to work, maybe you want to go out and have a little fun, we're still available for you.
Oh, that's really, really, really good. And how many locations do you have?
We have 2 locations, one on Sutphin Boulevard in Jamaica and one in Valley Stream.
And what are the age ranges?
From 6 weeks to after school age.
What kind of goodies do you have? What kind of cookies? You got cookies?
We provide all the meals, and we try to shy away from cookies for the children because it's not good for them.
Yeah. You got cookies for the daddies like me?
Yes, we'll give you a cookie.
This sounds wonderful. And in today's world, especially, hey, this is New York City. Folks work around the clock. Or, like you say, they might want to go out and just have time to themselves. It's great to have a service like Justice Daycare for Children available 24/7 because this is a 24/7 city. No doubt about it. How do folks get in contact with you, Allison?
They can call me at 917-597-1410. They can email me, justice4children@verizon.net. And they can also visit our website, justice4children.daycare.com.
Let's role play, okay?
Okay.
I'm coming in for the first time with my grandson. I guess I can spot that time, right?
Okay.
Because I don't need to be having no more kids. That's for real.
Right.
Okay, so I'm coming in with my grandson, and I'm meeting you for the first time. Why should I use Justice for Children Daycare for my kids?
The number one reason is experience. We've been in this business for 19 years, so we know what we're doing. That's number one. Secondly, our educational curriculum falls in line with the Board of Ed. We're utilizing their Common Core for preschool. So when your child goes into kindergarten, they'll be right where they need to be. And the children have fun. We have fun activities. We paint. We do Play-Doh. We go outside and play daily as long as, it's not too cold. And we take trips when, in the summer. We have a full curriculum.
Oh, that's nice. So a lot of activity for the kids.
Absolutely.
It's well staffed and everyone's well qualified. And it just sounds like this is your passion for life and you have developed this business. And it's great that the folks know about this. Thank you so much for taking time to bring this to our attention because folks need this.
Thank you.
All right. And when I do have that grandson, I'll be right there.
Please do.
On one condition.
I have your cookies. I know.
That's right.
I will have them.
That's right. Allison Justice, it was just a pleasure to talk to you. You guys get in contact with Allison today because her service is really different and is really, really worth it. Thank you so much for being a part of the Jeff Foxx Radio Show online.
Thank you.
The Jeff Foxx Show.